Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, October 11th, and this is the search news we covered at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com over the past week. You got Department of Justice leaning towards breaking up Google. Google's ranking volatility hits touchdown again in a big way this morning. Google's quick view should be taking another view, I think. Google's hosting a web creator event coming up soon at the end of this month. Google Ads news, and so much more, so definitely stay tuned. This is sponsored by SimilarWeb, the all-in-one strategic SEO platform, software platform. Get clarity on your SEO landscape through competitive analysis, keyword research, rank tracking, SERP insights, and more. With industry-leading traffic and keyword data based on real user journeys, SimilarWeb gives SEO professionals the whole picture so they can strategize smartly and drive sustainable business growth. Thank you, SimilarWeb, for sponsoring. Deeply appreciate it. Okay, so first up, the big Google business news is that the Department of Justice issued a report, a letter, or recommendation, basically saying their intention is likely to break up Google. Of course, that has to be signed off on. Nothing has been ruled yet. It's not going to have a ruling, and not going to have a ruling until next year, August 2025. And then when the ruling comes out, Google will appeal it, and it will be sitting in courts for a long time. There's a lot of things that's going on, but breakup seems intense so far, moving out Chrome, Android, maybe Google Ads. It's weird in terms of how many things Google will be broken up into according to this, but we're not sure. Also, what's pretty crazy is that they're going to make their data, their search index, their search models, their AI assistant features, their ad ranking data, all available to competitors. And some other things, including limiting the Apple deal and other deals they have and so forth. So this is a pretty big ruling. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out over the coming months to years. But they were ruled a monopoly, and Google's going to fight this. But a lot of people are saying this is karma. Google deserves it. So we'll see. Next up, it's been a while actually since we reported on a Google search ranking update. The last time we reported was on October 3rd, about October 2nd, and then obviously it rolled into October 3rd, but I was offline on October 3rd. But we're seeing more rumblings, another spike in signals, like the tools starting to spike again as of yesterday, October 10th into 11th. So again, this morning. And we're seeing the chatter spike as well. So various tools that haven't spiked in a while are showing spikes. There are a lot of tools that are just always high. Some of the tools readjusted and are now showing spikes. So if you are noticing major changes over the past 24 hours, starting around October 10th or so, maybe 9th, into today, you are definitely not alone. Google is testing a quick view button for recipes. I'm not sure if it's beyond recipes. Google actually confirmed this as a test. And basically what happens is that when you click on the quick view, you get everything you want to get for a recipe without having to click over to the actual recipe site and have to read through all the fluff that got that recipe site to rank in the first place. Google actually told us this is part of a test, an experiment, and they said that they have partnership agreements with these publishers. I'm not sure. I asked for more details about the partnership agreement. Are they getting paid? Do they know what the actual results will look like? And Google did not get back to me. So I'm not sure if what these partners are, they probably, in my opinion, they probably signed off on some new structured data that they'll have easy access, early access to for new SERP features, but they didn't know exactly what they're getting themselves into. Again, this is not live, but this is seems to me like blatant ripoff of the site's content, where the user doesn't have any reason at all to click through to the publisher site to see that. This reminds me of a conversation I had with Google's Vice President of Search, Amit Singhal, who basically ran all of a search over a decade ago, I think 12 years ago or something like that, where he's like, featured snippets are the Swiss Army knife. It just gives you a snippet. And if you want to go to the actual toolkit and actually pull out the right tool, you go over to the publisher's website. Here, there's no toolkit. I mean, there's no Swiss Army knife. You're just getting everything you need right in the Google search results without having to do anything on the publisher's website. In any event, again, it's just a test. We'll see if it actually goes live. Google is going to be hosting a web summit, basically what they're calling a Google, let me get the actual wording for you, a Google Search Web Creator Conversion event, where they're going to have engineers and Danny Sullivan and other engineers that can't make it in person but remotely accessing it, where they're inviting people who were hit by previous Google updates, the core update, helpful content update, reviews update, to get their opinion so that these publishers could talk directly to search engineers so they can understand what they're going through. Again, they had a bunch of these in the past, a couple I think, and now they're going to be having one at the end of this month. So a bunch of people were invited. I was not invited, a little bit insulted. No, I'm just joking. I'm not insulted. I wouldn't be able to go anyway. But it's just sad to see that's happening, but it does give some type of olive branch, which I posted in my photo for the actual article there, to the publishers. When I went offline, I recorded a video last week on the middle of the week because of the holiday. I'm going to be doing the same thing actually next week. This video is actually recorded as a Friday morning, but the previous week was actually recorded like Wednesday afternoon, which is why I was more energetic, because right now I'm recording this at like 5:50 a.m. In any event, Google announced Google AI overviews right after I finished recording it, and I wasn't able to conclude in the video. And the ads are going into AI overviews, which was super underwhelming to me. The new link format is going live. AI organized search results are coming out, and much more. So if you missed that news, but I wrote about it anyway, definitely catch up on it. I posted a link into it in the description below. There's an interesting theory floating around from Lily Ray and Glenn Gabe and others, where it seems like sites that were hit by helpful content update, core updates, or other things are not ranking in the AI overviews, even when you specifically search for that website. So what happens is Google will actually show the website itself in the traditional search results, but when you look at the links and citations in the AI overview, there'll be websites mentioning it, but not that website alone. Something weird is going on. I have more details below in the article, so definitely take a look at that. Google's Gary Ish went ahead and talked about what if your Robots.txt file is unreachable from a 500 type of error, but other pages are reachable, or other pages or more important pages are reachable. He basically said if your robots file is not reachable using a 500 error and your important pages like your home page and other important pages are not reachable, then you're pretty much out of luck, he said. So keep that in mind. Very interesting post by Gary, posted it in the show notes below. Google is testifying verified labels. Not just, we've covered it all as verified labels in the organic results. We also covered it in the sponsor results before that. But in the product detail, like the Google shopping results, this is spotted by Carousel. Here's a screenshot of that. Super interesting to see Google continue to expand those verified labels. It seems like it might be part of the Google product experience thing, but I'm not exactly sure. Google's store rating is now rolling out to more countries. In India, Australia, Canada, and the UK. It's already available in the US for a while now, but it's rolling out to more places. Google Search is testing this list articles section where it's basically giving you all the listicles, top X this, top Y that, those types of articles in a specific box. This is spotted by a bunch of people while I was offline last week. Jake Boyle, Observe SEO, Brody SEO, and a bunch of others. So nice find there. There's screenshots of that. Google's also testing most mentioned places carousels. This is like showing you local listings in this most mentioned places. It's spotted by Brody Clark. Here is a screenshot of that. Pretty interesting to see that as well. Google's also testing a section called what people are saying. And instead of just having text, which was from forums previously, now it's showing actually short videos from TikTok and other areas. This is spotted by Shaheem. Nice find there. Google's also testing something called Google Shopping, called Research with AI Experimental. This seems to be an SGE experiment, Search Generative Experience experiment, where they're actually giving you like, this is our researched AI, basically looking at other sites and what you think about this product. This is very interesting as well. This is spotted by Carousel. Google's testing multiple variations of its sponsor label, small variations where they're applying not just sponsored, but they're saying sponsored by, sponsored with a dash, with colons, with dots and so forth. This is spotted by a bunch of different people, including Brody Clark and Gagan. So nice find there. Google's showing again competitive ads directly in Google local business profiles. We saw this with local listing ads. We saw this with a bunch of other things where Google's showing in your own business profile, your own local listing. When you click into the reviews or other areas, there's like ads for direct competitors of yours. It's just mind-blowing that Google did this. This is spotted by Anthony Higman. Also, Matt McGee also posted an example of this for her wife's Google business profile. It's just Google's been doing this over and over again, and they won't stop showing competitive ads in people's individual listings. And then Google wants you to have that as your destination. Why would you do that if you're showing competitors right in your own destination? It doesn't make any sense. Google merchant listing ads added, not ads, but Google Merchant Listings has added certification markup support for structured data. So starting in April 2015, they're replacing the energy consumption details type with a more robust certification type as a new supports more countries and broader certificate scope. So keep that in mind. If you need certification for your shopping stuff, that's available now in your merchant listing stuff. Google is offering the ability to drag and drop and reorder your restaurant menus by just dragging and dropping stuff. This was spotted by Nivina Inavoa. I'm totally messing that up. But basically, you can drag and drop your menu items, much easier for you to manage your menu items in Google Business Profiles. Google has added a negative keywords tab to the Google Keyword Planner tool. This is people are rejoicing about this. This is spotted by Zishan Ali on LinkedIn, also found to be of PPC News. Here's a screenshot of that as well. This is a big feature for advertisers. Google also went ahead and made a small change to the Google Ads sidebar navigation spotted by Greg Finn, where they're actually making it a little bit easier to see by his before and after, see those links in the navigation bar. There's this rumor of people trying to figure out how many ad campaigns is Google creating every second. So there's two widely different estimates. Thomas Cassell said 9,000 based on if the numbers are sequential. But then Mike Ryan's like, it's more like 40. So I'm not sure, but I found this whole theory pretty interesting, so I posted a link to it in our show notes. Also, Google Merchant Center is adding a bunch of two changes. One is video generation in the Product Studio section, which you can create videos for your Merchant Center listings, your shopping listings, and also integration with the Amazon multi-channel fulfillment. So if you want to integrate directly with Amazon to get more detailed product shipping and product pricing and so forth, you can do that. And also, Bing is testing best list of Carousel, which is pretty crazy. Like, these are the best SEOs, these are the best basketball players, these are the best place to buy this or buy that. Pretty wild. In any event, that covers the Search Buzz video recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz. That is the search news we covered over the Search and Roundtable over this at seroundtable.com over the past week. Just a show note. Next week I'll be recording the video earlier. We'll be released on Friday, but I'll be offline on Thursday and Friday for next week, and also the following week for the holiday of Sukkot. Everyone have a great day. For those doing Yom Kippur, a healthy, safe, peaceful, and meaningful fast. And I'll see you guys next week. Again, thanks to SimilarWeb for sponsoring. Deeply appreciate it. Everyone, a great weekend. Bye-bye.